Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Now we have a big breaking news coming in as far as the international sphere is concerned. Now, US in a sharp word of criticism against China. US Commerce Secretary says that US firms actually filed a complaint against China and called it uninvestable. Now, US Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo said that US companies have complained that the China has now become uninvestable, pointing to fines, raids and other actions against firms that have made it too risky to do business in China, in the world's second largest economy. To give us more details about what exactly is this sharp criticism coming in from US as far as their relation with China is concerned, I have CNN News 18's Abhishek Jha joining me on the phone line. Abhishek, a very good morning to you. Indeed, a sharp jibe coming in from US calling China uninvestable now.
Of course, China has been a place of major manufacturing capacity, where the scaled-up capacity has been not only supplying to the U.S. but also to the larger part of the world as well. And now, with the latest in the recent years, we have seen China and U.S. having too many issues in bilateral trades, and U.S. has also expressed its sensitivity towards certain industry working from China, which may impact adversely U.S. own national security interests. In fact, U.S. has disallowed certain areas in China that U.S. companies could invest, and that is like microchip and other sensitive areas also. However, the $700 billion bilateral trade that U.S. and China right now share is a huge amount that cannot be brushed off right away. So there is also an issue with the U.S. which wants to engage with China, but in a restrictive way, where certain areas will not be, open for the bilateral trade, but in the certain areas there is a proper dependency of US on China. So how to deal with that? How to negotiate certain tariffs so that the bilateral movement of goods and services would not hamper the overall economic scenario of these two countries. That has been the larger context in which Gina Raimondo, the U.S. Secretary of Commerce, is visiting China. This is also being seen as an attempt from the U.S. side to mend the bilateral ties with China. We have seen recent weeks a slew of measures taken by USA and so many senior leaders, senior cabinet ministers of USA, Secretary of State Antony Blinken, Janet Yellen, U.S. Federal Reserve Chief. They have all visited China to mend the ties and ensure that while U.S. do take a very hawkish look at the Chinese government and its economic policy, but they also have an obligation to engage with China because of their certain dependency on the Chinese economy in the recent years.
How is that exactly going to affect the relations between US and China, also their trade economy?
So far it looks like USA has also said that they are not intending to decouple with China, and the recent weeks or the senior leadership's meeting in the US, they have also pointed areas of global concern like climate change, artificial intelligence, drugs or the narcotics. So these are the areas where the US needs to work along with China. We know in the area of rare earth mineral, there is a uncontested dominance of Chinese economy. 90% of rare earth minerals are found in China, and there are processing techniques which China only has. So when we talk about energy transition and climate change, then there is no doubt that China has to be a very active and important partner in the global policy. So to say that Chinese to decouple China completely from your economic architecture is really difficult. At the same time, U.S. has in the recent months announced policies of billions of dollars of investment in certain sensitive areas like microchip or semiconductor, which it wants to decouple with the Chinese economy, of course, because of its security reasons and so that the supply chain resilience could continue. But overall, the two sides are actually negotiating the tariffs so that the bilateral trade are not hampered. At the same time, saving their national interest as well.
Well, Abhishek, thank you so much for laying that crucial point for our viewers. We'll keep coming back to you for more such updates. Right now, we are shifting focus to another.